Johnson's wasn't.
Yeah, so you got the facts you got, and you got the evidence you got. We heard testimony that the car had been wiped down and clean, and we know it was moved and everything else, and we were able to explain to the jury why those three individuals' fingerprints were in that car. And so, I mean, the jury heard all the proof, and they understood it, and I think we painted a real clear picture of both before, during, and after the murder. The investigation did a fabulous job of highlighting sort of all three of those times and answering a lot of questions that a lot of murder cases you never get answered. We had a strong case, and it went good.
And I'd like to add also, I should also be complimenting the law enforcement investigative team. They did an excellent job in this case, and I don't want to leave them out. You don't always get fingerprint evidence. You don't always get DNA evidence in every case, and it is certainly possible to prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt with any of that, and the proof in the pudding is what happened today.
Now, we haven't heard from the family, understandably so far, but you have worked closely with them. What have their emotions been like throughout the trial, and especially today, given that news?
Well, in the trial, during this trial, they have been patient, and they've been together the whole time, you know, and small little room they're in before they go in the courtroom. I know this thing's been hard for them, but they've been a unit, and they've been, you know, solid with each other and solid with us during this trial. It's a hard trial, and they've been great during it.
You made a point in there to highlight how corroborating evidence was one of the most important aspects of your case, and the fact that witness testimony lined up with corroborating evidence. You want to speak to that?
Well, it's just so important. I mean, I think that sometimes when you try, particularly, violent cases like this, sometimes your witnesses are not the best characters. I think, like I told the jury, there's many witnesses over the cases, I've tried through the years. I wouldn't trust them with my car keys or whatever else. But when you can point to other evidence that corroborates their testimony and their account and proves to you that what they're saying, despite who they are, is true, then that's incredibly important in a trial.
This has been a long time coming for, obviously, the family of Young Dolph and fans as well. I guess, what would you say, to them now that there's a guilty verdict?
Well, I mean, what I would say is that justice has been done, at least so far, and our efforts will continue to make sure that everybody who's responsible for Young Dolph's death is held accountable. And you've seen us do that so far with two defendants, one by guilty plea and one by guilty verdict, and our work will continue. Take maybe one more question.
What's next for Cornelius Smith?
Mr. Smith's case will be reset until November. Like I told the jury, like I told the court, there'll be a point where he goes to prison, but we'll have to wait.
So thank you all very much, and the family has said that they are available to talk to you, and so I certainly encourage you to do that. Thank you all very much.
Oh, I'm stepping in. Here they go.
Says it's at 2 or 3. If it's going, yeah, it's at 3.
Just turn it off. Just turn it off.
I got you. What's wrong?
No, I did better than my spokesperson.
Come on, sir.
So you should feel free to.
On November 17, 2021, our lives changed forever. A son, a father, a brother, a friend, a businessman, a music artist, a philanthropist, and life partner are all among just some of the titles that my brother Adolph Robert Thornton Jr. held. Titles that have now left a missing piece in the lives of so many. I want to say thank you to the jury for their service and decision in this case to bring us one step closer to justice for our family, friends, supporters, and the community that has supported us during this time. Thank you to Judge Mitchell, Shelby County District Attorney's Office, including Paul Hangerman and his team, the MPD, U.S. Marshals, Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, and other investigators and staff that assisted us with this investigation and case, ensuring that those responsible for this crime and involved with this crime have and will be brought to justice for their actions. We realize this act of violence has impacted so many outside of our family and friends. Your outpouring of love and support throughout this process does not go unnoticed. We ask that instead of focusing on those who committed this crime, you focus on the man that Adolph Robert Thornton was. Regardless of the name that you may know him as, such as Adolph, Dolph, or Young Dolph, we ask you to remember the man who enjoyed being a father and spending time with his family. We ask that you remember the man who enjoyed giving opportunities to those who were often overlooked and counted out. We ask that you remember the man who enjoyed giving back to others and being an inspiration to those who come from less than ideal backgrounds, and knowing that they are seen and can change their outcomes and the lives of others by doing something positive. We will continue to heal and keep Adolph's legacy alive. We ask that the public and the media continue to keep our family in their prayers, as well as continue to respect our privacy during this time and the next steps of the judicial process as justice is served for all those involved, for our loved ones. Thank you.
The correct spelling of her name is C-A-R-L-I-S-A.
C-A-R.
L-I-S-A. Thornton, yes. Sister of Young Dolph.
Thank you.
Is it younger sister?
Just sister.
Just
I don't
sister,
know if
okay.
it's younger or older, just sister. On what? Okay, okay.